Hi, everyone. My name is Jacob Curtis, and last week we started talking about the various challenges in retail and e-commerce and what they are. The first one was tackling the big guys. How do you compete against the Amazons and the Fabric.coms? We were one of the same now. How do we compete against those? And so we kind of addressed that. Well, last week's solution was, well, you've got to get online. You've got to incorporate technology and software in your business. Today, we're going to tackle another challenge that often comes up, and that is lack of resources, lack of time, lack of money, lack of people, lack of knowledge, lack of experience. Okay. And we know that we're starting and running a quilt shop is a huge undertaking. It's sometimes a little overwhelming where we're at. But you got to remember, you're not in this alone. Okay. Now, when you started, you were probably full of passion for your quilt shop, but now you're finding that you've got to do everything, right? You're the CEO, the chief everything officer. Okay, you do your marketing, you do your bookkeeping, you process your payroll, you do the purchasing, you do the stock shelving, you do everything in your store, and it's just a little overwhelming sometimes, right? Especially the things that you don't know as well, like bookkeeping or marketing or payroll or something like that, taxes. All of that can be a little overwhelming for you. Um, but you have, but there are things you can do. Okay, out of a quarter of small business owners that were surveyed by Square a couple years ago felt that one of the biggest challenges in starting a business was actually not knowing where to go to get the resources they need. They didn't know if they needed a lawyer or they needed a payroll specialist or they needed a bookkeeper or a marketing person or a social media person. They just didn't know where to go to get that information. And so the solution is to really find allies, find similar businesses, ask them, maybe not that aren't direct competitors, but are maybe they're the store next to you, maybe they're the store down the road or next or down a couple blocks, right? You need to find those sort of resources. Now, luckily, there's a ton of educational resources from companies and organizations all over the place. You can just Google it, search it on the internet, and you'll come up with a million different answers and resources. Um, and that's where you got to start first. You first got to search out and figure out where to go. What do you need to get? And so there are a ton of educational resources from companies and organizations that can help you who are just starting, it's just getting started, and growing that and getting started. So and I have a guide that's available for you. It's the 3 steps to a financially healthy quilt shop. And you can go to curtisaccountingsolutions.com. There'll be a pop-up where you'll see that'll pop up and say, here it is, or you can scroll through the pages and there'll be an ad, a little box for it that you can click on, put in your email address, and you'll get it emailed to you. It's free. I do that so I can help you because I do know and understand how difficult starting and growing a business can be. Okay, so make sure to check out the resources from the SBA, the Small Business Administration. They have lots of various articles and helpful hints. You can also often there's small business resource centers associated with universities and colleges, even towns. So find those, your chambers of commerce. There's all kinds of resources. So the first place is to just start. Okay, that's one of the biggest action items you have to have. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to know exactly what you're looking for or where you're going. But the first thing is to start. The first thing I would do is maybe ask when you have to register your business. Ask them, the lady they might have a resource there at the government office saying, yep, here are a bunch of resources for you. Um, Go through and read them, get those articles. If you have more questions that the pamphlet doesn't answer, go online, do a Google search and see if you can find um, resources, guides like mine that are free from other organizations and companies. And the biggest resource is probably going to be to find somebody who is just starting out in their business as well, that is similar to yours, but maybe not a direct competitor, that you can partner up with, you can join. There's a lot of different masterminds and a lot of different business groups that meet together to help each other grow and figure out what's going on. Those are going to be huge for you. That's what I participate in those. I every week I have a meeting with one of my groups to help me grow my business, and it is unbelievably helpful. You can ask them questions, they can give you answers. You can answer questions for them because all of you come from different backgrounds, different experiences, different things, and you can get in there. I often feel like I do not give enough in those groups. Like I feel overwhelmed. I feel like I don't know anything, and to be honest, I actually do. I've had multiple people say thanks. I really appreciated that input, and that really has helped my business. So get into a group, an accountability group, a um, BNI group if you want to go that route. Any kind of group, just you need to find like-minded people that can help you and grow with you. American Quilt Retailer has some awesome monthly workshops and things that they put on, and so look up American Quilt Retailer. They're a magazine, but they also do these workshops and academies and continuing the conversation pieces every month. So look and joining those and help you get understanding where everybody in your same industry is coming from. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Thanks. Bye.